Yo, what is going on with ItzSawk here, and today I'm bringing you guys my NPA draft analysis for the NPA GBA League War. I am a part of the NPA GBA League War. I am a part of the NPA, the National Pokemon Association side. If you guys don't know them, be sure to check them out. Everyone's links will be down in the description below. You guys will get a chance to see what every other coach has done. Now, I'm not going to say I was picked for this because I actually am a replacement coach. Unfortunately, Goffy's Enigma was not able to make it. Some life stuff came up, so I had to step in. This is his team he drafted, so I'm going to go over what I inherited from him. I did not make any transactions, simply because it's 2 weeks. We're playing 2 games, so there's that. But yeah, that pretty much kind of goes over the summary of it. Just a big shout out, thanks to everyone who gave me this opportunity. But with that, let's kind of go over what I have here. So his first pick, and I'm going by tier, so there was tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, a mega, and then 2 free slots. So I'm just going to go right down that list. So first up here, we have Zygarde 50%, aka Lamar. So 1,000 arrows spam is always absolutely amazing, because if they don't have 1,000 arrows answer, I literally can set up with Dragon Dance, Coil, and like Substitute or Glare, and I can just spam thousands and thousands and thousands of arrows and just start breaking teams. This mon is such a good late game sweeper that it actually was made the Z captain. So this is my Z user for this entire team of 8 Pokemon. So I'm very happy that he made Zygarde a Z captain because it's very, very fun to use. Not necessarily the one I would have chose for my personal preference, but I completely agree with it. I think it's a very good and wise decision. Next up here, we do have Cowpat, aka Buzzwole. So, Buzzwole's outstanding Fizz Def and absolutely amazing attack are equally good, surprisingly. A lot of people don't know defensive Buzzwole is a really, really good set. If they don't have like a flying move, this thing can stall out a lot of things. With Roost, Leech Life, and Drain Punch, it can get a lot of health back really quickly. With reliable recovery in Roost, it's actually really, really good to use in a defensive standpoint. However, most people do know it for that amazing 139 attack stat. Being 4 times weak to flying and a 53 Spadef is not very great. However, it can mitigate it with some other Pokemon that we will see later. But Buzzwole's role in this kind of team, so we have Zygarde and we have Buzzwole. So Buzzwole so far is to be kind of a defensive Bulkmon that can also be run offensive. It's a very, very fun Pokemon in League format, simply because there's so much you can do with it. And if you guys know me, I do really, really well with fighting types that are they're able to do a lot of different things. So that is Cowpat the Buzzwole. Next up here, we do have Spedshed, aka Snorlax. Base 160 HP, 110 attack, and 110 Spadef, plus it being a normal type with immunity, thick fat, and gluttony. All 3 are great abilities. Means its move pool is crazy. Its all 3 abilities are crazy. Its bulk and attack are crazy. This Pokemon is like priority move away from being absolutely broken. Like, this thing is absolutely nuts. Some of the things it can do and some of the things it can try to run are just so crazy out there that for an innovative person like myself, it's going to be a lot of fun to use this Pokemon, and I cannot wait to see what I can bring up, see what I can delve into its move pool and find out. But again, this is Spedshed, the Snorlax. Really, really exciting to use this Pokemon. I've never been able to use it before. I've always wanted to use it, so I'm excited to bring the thick boy to the Minnesota Twin Needles franchise for the first time. Next up here, we do have Shayquaza the Jellicent. Recover, Scald, Toxic, and Nightshade are some of the 4 moves I threw on there. With 105 Spadef and 100 HP, it's a very, very bulky Spadefmon. So as you can kind of see, I kind of have a Zygarde here with good attack stat, but still has some good bulk. I have Buzzwole here, who I've said multiple times has really good bulk, but also can hit really hard. Spedshed, the Snorlax, has good attack, but also has really, really good bulk. And we also have Jellicent, who has really, really good bulk. 85 attack is not amazing. However, something to the effect of like, I don't know, like Scarf Water Spout. Just because it's base 85 attack does not mean that this Water Spout at base 150 Scarfed is not going to hurt like a son of a bee sting. So it's going to be interesting to see how this mon plays out. I've used this Pokemon once in League format. It did really well. It did surprisingly well for the tier 4 it was in. But it's going to be really, really interesting to use. It's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, that is going to be Shakeways. Next up here we do have JB, aka JB West Side, the Vikavolt. Base 145 attack. Not really a lot of bulk, but this is an absolute buster of a mon. With Bug and Electric Stab, as we can see, it's going to start busting through Pokemon. If you don't have a ground type, you're done. If you are a ground type, you're done. I literally can just spam Dual Stab plus Energy Ball and something like Volt Switch. Like, this is just a good set in general. Like, this can destroy a lot of teams even without like a hidden power fire for a grass type that I don't need to worry about. It's a very fun Pokemon because of the things it can do. But a lot of the things that it does really well, even though it's such a slow Pokemon. An agility set is still very scary because at timid speed, 103, you're doubling that, that's 200 speed. That's really, really quick for level 50. Especially since we're playing on Wi-Fi for the most of the time. But I digress. Next up here we do have Brendan, aka Dark Devil 26, my Mega Aerodactyl. So 135 attack and 150 speed are really, really solid because you're able to go ahead and start smashing through. So as you guys can start to see, I have like an overall good Pokemon with good bulk and good attack. I have another one of those in Buzzwole with good attack and good bulk. Another one of those in Snorlax, which was physical attack, and physical attack. I have 3 really solid hurt mons that can put a dent in some things. I have a good Spadef mon, I have a Breaker, I have a good, really, really fast mon that can start beating things that are scarfed. Like, remember how I said 103 is like really, really good? Like, that's max speed. You have to be like Mega Aerodactyl fast to outspeed that. Like, 103 times 2 is 106. You have to be jolly. 122. Like, you have to be really, really fast in order to outspeed this Vikavolt after a +2. But I digress. Just something I wanted to point out. But the Tough Claws ability means that its wing attack will do a good amount of damage. Plus good moves like Home Claws to raise its accuracy, Stone Edge, which after the accuracy boost does not miss very often. Aqua Tail does not miss after the Home Claws boost. And because of the +1-ness, it's going to start denting anything and everything out there. So I'm very, very, very excited to be able to use Brendan and hopefully pull out a couple dubs for the NPA side. I do have Austin the Aromatisse next. It's a fairy type. It's not my favorite fairy type. It's not my preferred fairy type. If I could have taken another fairy type, I would have. Something to the effect of like Slurpuff I can deal with. But it's a Wish Passer. It has good HP. Its bulk overall is mediocre. It's slow as molasses and can't really do much. 99 some attacks, very, very, very good. Well, not very, very good, but like still respectably good. It's a good tier 4 Pokemon if you can scoop it up for the right team. Do I agree with it being on this team? It's alright. It fits the idea of the team. Good bulk to go into hard-hitting Pokemon such as Buzzwole, the Zygarde 50, the like the hard-hitting Vikavolt, or the quick hard-hitting Mega Aerodactyl. So kind of bulk to go around it. But it's going to be interesting to see. I've never used this Pokemon before in my life. Even in like Showdown lettering, I don't use this Pokemon. It's a Lady Gaga Pokemon. It's named Austin for a reason, and I'll just leave it at that. Next up, and certainly not least, we have Dorian, aka the Heatran. Heatran's a very fun Pokemon. If you guys know me, you guys know I've used Heatran before, with good defenses in 106 and 106 Spadef, with 130 special attack. This thing hits like a truck if you scarf it, if you specs it even. Like, this thing starts firing off some really hard-hitting eruptions. Like, it's crazy how hard this thing can hit when it's fully powered up. Not to even mention a Flash Fire Pokemon. So anything that may want to have run fire coverage for the Buzzwole and for the Vikavolt, it now has to worry about hitting into Heatran and giving it a Flash Fire boost to fire off even more powerful Fire Blast from a choice specs. Like, this thing is going to absolutely nuke one or two things this 2-game stretch, and I'm very excited to see what I can pull out of my interesting bag of tricks. For the games, I do first play Monotui and his Tampa Bay Luxrays, and his team is a Monotui type team. I'm not going to reveal what it is. You guys should go watch his draft analysis so you guys can see what he has. Then I have to play Aster J, so that'll be a very interesting team as well. Again, I won't reveal his stuff. Be sure to go check everyone out. With that, I think I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are rooting for the Minnesota Twin Needles in the NPA GBA League War. And with that, peace out, Scouts.